Hello, my loves, and welcome to a new episode of Publisher's Brunch with Karis. I am your host, the titular Karis, and I am here to introduce you to this episode. As mentioned, I am Karis. I am a writer. Well, I'm an author. I'm a reader. I'm a podcast host, and I'm sometimes a freelance editor too. And this year, I am debuting with a young adult sapphic contemporary romance called Nat Kami's Guide to Running an Undercover GSA. It's out June 23, 2026. You should check it out. And I wanted to share a little bit about how I'm doing. In the past week and a half, really, things have been wild. I did a ketamine infusion on May 7th, which was really good. If you don't know, I've been doing ketamine infusions. I started them last June. They're for my treatment-resistant depression, and they've been really kind of a lifesaver in terms of me being able to function as someone with treatment-resistant depression. My antidepressants are also a lifesaver, but they just are like, they're doing their best, and their best is simply not strong enough. So the ketamine has been really wonderful. A couple days after that, on May 10th, the Sunday before this past one, it was my birthday. I turned 23. I hung out with friends. I had brunch, and then I did something really incredible. Well, I think it's incredible. It was pretty scary too. I had my stand-up comedy debut. Woo! The crowd went wild. No, they didn't. The crowd was very lovely, though. It was at an open mic night at a comedy club near me, and everyone was really encouraging, very celebratory. I did mention my birthday like 7 times, and so they sang happy birthday for me at the end of my set. It was really cute. So yeah, that's kind of how things have been for me lately. Just really busy trying to put my head down and work, but also socialize, but also not spend all my money because I have a couple big expenses for self-publishing coming up this summer. As you will hear in the interview with our guest today, we talked a lot about indie publishing as like a business and an investment and a job, like it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes some money sometimes. So yeah, all that to say, I'm a wee touch super stressed, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. What's up next? I have a book rec for y'all, a romance novel that I read recently. It's actually more of a novella. It's by my friend Anara Lane, and it is called Plowing the Plow. Yes, indeed, it is a sentient object romance. And I was really scared about this one because I read the first in this series. It was called Betting the Betting, about sentient betting, and that was like super sexy, super sweet. But I was like, I don't know, you guys, plow? A plow? Really? I loved it so much. It was really tender. There was a beautiful representation of chronic illness, an exploration of grief, and I just think Anara Lane is one of the most talented writers in the world today, and I cannot wait to see her career continue. I mean, I'm gonna be following it forever, so heck yeah. Um, oh god, there was something else that I wanted to say, but I didn't write it down, did I? Oh, this summer I'm doing no. I don't know what it was that I wanted to say. That's so awkward. Anyway, this summer I am going to be a guest, or not a guest, but an author at Lavender Con in DC. It's July 25 and 26, and it's a big book convention for LGBTQIA plus authors, readers, fans, all that great stuff. I'm super excited for it. And then in November, I'll be going to Fall Into Books Fest, which is in Orange County in California, and that's another festival for books and their writers and readers and lovers that I'm really stoked for. I'm really excited for the book to come out so that it can be in the world, right? Like, I am ready. I've been working on this book since 2021. Granted, December of 2021, but it still counts. So it's been such a lengthy process to get here, such a labor of love, to be a little cliche about it. And I'm really excited to see it in the world and to see people get their copies. I'm doing a pre-order campaign with Books of Wonder, and I'll be signing and personalizing copies pre-ordered through that store. I will drop a link below in the description below. Well, I guess I am on YouTube. So I'll be dropping a link in the description box, and you can check it out, see if you want to pre-order a copy, and you'll get a really cute postcard and my signature, which I have been practicing daily. Yeah, gotta perfect it. In the meantime, I'm working on projects. I have a draft that I finished maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and that's sort of sitting because I need to come back to it when I have fresh eyes and fix it because it's a hot mess. It's a wonderful, fun romp of a time, but I kind of figured out the story as I was writing, even though I had an outline. Like, I thought I knew where it was going, but the story did not want to be what I had planned. It wanted to be something a little more chaotic, messy, fun, weird. Like, I had a blast with it, but it's gonna be some hard work to fix it up, to revise it. It's not even ready for like alpha readers. Yeah, like that's how bad this first draft is. So in the meantime, I've been outlining a new YA romance of the Sapphic persuasion to start drafting soon. I want to fast draft, and I mean, listen, the dream is to have a draft ready, a first draft before June 23 when Nat and Kimmy comes out. We'll see if that's what happens. We'll see. But that's the dream. Yeah, so all that said, this is an episode of Publishers Brunch. It is a show where I pretend I'm at brunch with authors and I come up with questions that are sort of geared towards what we might be talking about if we were actually having real brunch. And this week I chatted with Andrea Andersen, who is a really incredible indie author, and I will read her bio and we'll just dive right in. Andrea Andersen is an indie author living with her little family in Southern California. When she isn't curled up on the couch writing love stories, she can be found taking too many naps, mood, or rewatching her favorite TV shows. Everybody, please welcome Andrea Andersen to Publishers Brunch with Karis. And I am here with our guest for the day, Andrea Andersen. Andrea, do you mind introducing yourself and your books to the listeners?
Yeah, my name is Andrea. I write exclusively romance. I've mostly done a lot of romantic comedy and contemporary stuff. This year, though, I decided to take a sharp left turn randomly and do my first fantasy.
Oh, yes.
That's going a lot better than I expected it to. So I'm now writing multiple books at once, which is stressful in like the best way. But yeah, as long as there's, romance with a capital R, it's what I write. So
Perfect.
yeah,
So are they multiple books like in different subgenres of romance or in the same series?
different subgenres.
Okay. That feels better for the brain than trying to write like two fantasies or two like
Yeah,
contemporary.
it's nice because you can treat both of them as palate cleansers. Like you can just go back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, I love a palette cleanser. I'm still trying to figure out my like best way to multitask as a writer, and I think at this point it's like I have to do like output and versus input, and I view revision as input because it's more reading than write like drafting.
Mm.
It's a messy process, but we're working on it.
We all have our
uh,
own little messy processes.
yeah. All right, so I start the show with the introduction, which we have checked off, and then I do a couple icebreaker questions, which sounds horrible, but they're fun icebreaker questions, and sometimes it's more like a game.
Okay.
So today, I would love to start out with, are you familiar with Smash or Pass?
Yes.
Perfect. So we're
Very.
going to do Smash or Pass, literary terms and elements. And I'm just going to name a few and you can tell me Smash or Pass. It'll be
Okay.
super fun.
Awesome.
M dash. Oh,
Smash.
wow. Okay, good. I was like, oh my god, are you going to say something so controversial right now?
I love an M dash. It's
Oh,
yeah.
it's so good. It's the best. It's the best punctuation there is. Gray spelled with an A, so Gray.
Um, I can't ever remember when you should use one or the other.
So
I'm
fair.
so Let's pass, I guess, just because I don't know when it's
That's so fair.
appropriate.
It's the way I remember it is A for America, E for England. British spellings use the E. I think the E is just so much prettier and more elegant. The A
Yeah.
is like gray, and the E is like gray.
Great.
So, so I agree with pass.
Okay, cool. Okay. I passed.
um, what about a semicolon?
Yeah. See, your questions are making me feel like I'm not that good of a writer because the problem is I can't, like, my brain doesn't retain when.
Semicolon, comma with a little plot colon.
Yes, I
Yeah,
just
yeah, okay,
don't
okay,
know
okay.
when to
Oh,
apply it
I
appropriately.
mean, liberally.
I'm in Microsoft Word and it'll be like, maybe we should have a semicolon here, and I'll be like, if you say so.
So maybe that's like a pass for you personally. Like,
Yes.
it's not a punctuation mark you're drawn to, not like the M
Yeah,
dash.
I'm not like, it's never instinctual to use it. I'm always told
Gotcha.
to use it. So let's go with
Okay.
pass.
That's so funny. I love a semicolon. Before I
Yeah.
discovered the M dash, every single thing I wrote was like, and semicolon, and semicolon.
I
I
love
just
that.
think it makes me look very like sophisticated.
Yeah, like you know what you're doing, which
Exactly.
I don't. So this
I
tracks.
mean, who does? We're all
Yeah.
just making up the rules as we go.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? You're reading a book, you don't have a bookmark. Dog-eared pages to mark your spot.
Um, pass. That's like a last resort. If I have
Okay.
nothing at my disposal.
You're like, I'm in a desert. The
Yeah.
sand is not working as a bookmark. I will dog-ear the page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If
Um,
there's water, I'll just like I'll dip it in the water. Like that's the kind of last resort.
yes.
That's so funny. Um, cliffhangers in the middle of a series.
Oh, smash.
Nice.
Smash.
I like
100%.
it. I think that's a bold take. I think a lot of people are like scared of cliffhangers now, and I'm like, break my heart. Let's
Yeah.
go.
No, I want to still think about it. Like I want it
Yes.
to haunt me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I read a lot of YA
Mhm.
fantasy too, and there's a series by Victoria Aveyard, the Realm Breaker series, and one of the books ends in like a pretty big cliffhanger, and I was like, ew. And then also Tracy Dion is doing that. Oh my god,
Ooh.
Tracy Dion's Legendborn series, that was,
Mhm.
immaculate.
Mhm.
Now I'm just like listing books that I think have cliffhangers.
No, I love it. It keeps the as a reader, I love a reason to go back to the
Yeah.
series. I
Yeah.
don't yeah, if the story isn't done, give me motivation to come back and get the next
hmm
book.
Like make me so antsy for it that I'm just like gnawing through cardboard
I
for
love
some
like
reason.
a high spike of emotion. Like I just love it.
Incredible. I love that. I need to like figure out how to get those in my books.
Mhm.
But when I figure that out, it's so over for everyone
Game over.
else.
Look out.
All right, one final smash or pass question.
Okay.
When it comes to a series,
Mhm.
specifically a duology,
Okay.
as opposed to like a standalone or a trilogy or a long series.
Mhm.
How
So
do we feel
two.
about duologies? Yeah.
Well, I'm currently writing one, so
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go with Smash.
Heck yeah. That's duology for some reason is just like so sexy to me. I'm like, ooh, 2 books.
Yeah,
I love it.
you make it last just enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the hardest part about a long series is like if I want to reread the books in preparation for the next book, it just becomes more and more books to
Mhm.
reread.
Mhm. It's a lot of homework. Yeah.
So much homework. And the books are so good, but also there's just so many of them.
Time. Yeah. No, I totally get
Who has it? Who
it.
has the time?
Mhm.
Perfect. This was an excellent game of Smash or Pass. Smash or Pass. Smash or Pass Literary Edition. And then one final icebreaker question. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time?
I really enjoy sleeping though.
I know. I might just sleep anyway. I'd be like, ooh, a voluntary nap.
I love silence and
Okay.
isolation. So I think if I didn't have to sleep, I would still go out of my way to ensure that I have like a block of time
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
myself in a very low stimulating environment.
Okay.
just to like help me
Yeah.
reset.
That's actually so valid of you, and it makes me think that whoever designed our bodies had a point when they designed us to need sleep.
Yeah.
Whoever being like the universe or whatever. Like, I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever the Big Bang did its thing and like
Mhm.
humans sprouted, whatever. I don't know how science works. Um
None of our business.
no, it's not my business for
Yeah.
real. Yeah. I'm just like, oh wow, my body, the joints, they're jointing, the muscles
Mhm.
are muscling, whatever. We're gonna move on. That was a
We're
weird
just
sentence.
existing on this flying rock in space. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, the flying rock in space of it all is so wild to me.
Yeah.
um, my next question, I just love to do a check-in at the start of every episode, just like a how are you doing? How is like publishing, writing, world, weather? How are you feeling these days?
I this year's been kind of crazy. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm just finally getting a chance to like catch my breath
Okay.
and spend my
Yeah.
time more intentionally, which is
Mm,
something I struggle to do um
mhm.
in
Mhm.
all aspects of life. I'm also primarily a full-time parent. Um
Right.
so when it comes to like running a small business as an indie author, I
Yeah.
really need to be critical with myself to like lock in
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
get stuff done. And that's just really hard for me to do sometimes. I love a
Yeah.
doom scroll. I
Oh
love
my god, love a
I
doom scroll.
love the distraction. And when I'm busy, it's more easy to
Mhm.
get distracted. Um
Right.
but now that I'm intentionally taking a lot of things off my plate, I feel like I can actually find the part of myself that I need to like be disciplined and finish what I need to
Mhm.
finish. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that. I decided last October that I was going to indie publish my book, which is coming out in June. And I knew indie publishing is a lot of work.
Sure.
And I respected all the work that indie authors do. And also, the reality of it is like
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Oh, absolutely. It's so much. Like the work is
hmm
never done.
It's
Like,
never done. I'm like, there's always like someone else that I could be emailing. I could be
yeah.
updating my website again. Like, there's
Uh-huh.
just much to do. And that's with like one book that's not out yet. I
Hmm.
think of like if I had like 5 books and like some are doing special editions and there's
Right.
like anniversaries and I'm like, oh my
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle and it never
yeah.
like slows down either unless you make it
hmm
slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot because
Yeah.
even after you publish it, that's when like the real work begins. That's when you need to
hmm
like start yapping as much as you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm yapping so much and no one's listening. And my friends are like, that's because the book's not out yet. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah. Once it's
shoot.
out and they can just click and download it, that's
Yeah.
when you need to really hit the socials.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a great point.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind after June 23rd. I'll be like, let's go.
You freaking got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thank you for sharing about how you're doing and I'm glad things are
Yeah.
finally like leveling out maybe like
Yeah.
reaching a yeah.
Yeah. A nice
Yeah.
plateau. How about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I am well, I'm doing all right. Last Sunday was my birthday, so I'm still like writing the high. Thank you so much. I'm still writing that little birth month wave.
Mhm.
Um, and I, like I said right before we hopped on the call, I was like just in therapy an hour before this, and I was like crying. I was like, I'm a failure, and I can't do anything. And my therapist was like, okay. And I was like, and I haven't challenged myself in like 3 years. And she was like, okay, so you're self publishing and you do podcasts and like all this other stuff. And I was like, well, I don't, okay, okay, fine.
You're like, actually gas me up some more. Thanks.
Right, like thank you so much. I needed
Mhm.
that, and
Yeah.
also I should probably start thinking of myself like in a kinder way
Oh,
than I
absolutely.
do. So
Hmm.
that's like my challenge going forward
Hmm.
is to like, hey, maybe don't just be like mean to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard when
Shocking.
we're told to be mean to ourselves every single
Literally
day, everywhere we go. Yeah.
everywhere we go, they're like, "Oh, you
Mhm.
suck." Thank you,
Yeah, you step
society.
outside and they're like, "What if you were just a little bit different?" It's
Yeah,
like,
what
"What
if
if
you
you?"
were like 200 pounds skinnier? Like, what if
Yeah.
your hair was different?
Mm-hmm.
Your face was different. What if
Yeah.
you just like didn't have a personality? It's also great. I love
Yeah.
being a woman in society.
Yeah. Why don't you just be more palatable? And it takes a lot of
Yes.
effort and work on our part to turn
Hmm.
around and just be like, why don't you suck a fart right out of my ass instead? Like, why don't you just. Sorry,
That's
but that
that's
just.
the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Sorry.
Wow, I want to title the episode that. That's
I
excellent.
heard my friends say that once out loud years ago, and I'm like, that will never leave my vocabulary ever
Like
again.
that's
That's
that's sticking
locked in.
around.
That's a core memory.
Yeah. I can imagine. Oh my gosh. That's actually an excellent segue because that was our appetizer round of our brunch. We're moving on to the entree.
Okay.
And I would like to know what is one story or anecdote or like, yeah, anecdote really that you've heard or experienced recently, whether it's like in media, in real life, something a friend said, something like that. Like, what's your best story to tell us?
This is so vague. I
Okay.
love how vague this question is.
I know. It's like,
She
just tell
said
me a
sarcastically.
story.
Oh man, an anecdote
What
or a story.
I'll tell you,
Like,
when I came up with it, I was visualizing like, what is your best like overheard at a coffee shop
mm,
moment. So it's like that kind of genre, if that helps give direction.
yeah. The problem is you're assuming I frequent the outside.
Fair enough.
um, hmm. God damn. My mind is immediately wandering to like my favorite comfort watches, like Shrinking
Yeah.
and Ted Lasso,
Okay.
because I feel like those shows are really good at dropping one-liners that just stick with you in like
Hmm.
a very uplifting way. When I first heard Ted Lasso say "be a goldfish," at first I was like, "How dare you?" I
Excuse me,
was,
Theodore.
I know, I was like, "What does that?" Like, okay, white man telling this other person to just forget about it,
Okay, white man is so good.
like, just, like, first of all, know your place. Um, But I have talked to other people specifically about that line. There was a mom at pickup who wore a necklace with the pendant that said, "Be a goldfish." And I was like,
Okay.
you didn't hate that immediately? like, and she's like, well, yeah, because first of all, it's not that deep. And I'm like, okay, fair.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but it is really difficult as like a concept, and maybe that's why it was so triggering to me because I love holding on to things. I love a grudge. I love,
Chip on a shoulder, that's where it lives. That's
yeah,
where it
you know, like
belongs.
I love bringing up things to people when they don't want me to. I just like,
Mood.
yeah, and so the concept of just like be a goldfish, let it go was really
Hmm.
hard for me to wrap around, but like I really sat with it and tried to take it seriously for a few months.
Hmm.
And then I remembered that I was doing that and reflected, and I was like, well, frick, I think there might be some validity to this. Like, just because of like personal peace, like personal
Hmm.
protection. It's not,
Hmm.
it's easy to misinterpret be a goldfish to be like dismissive, like condescending.
Hmm.
But when you're telling yourself that, that's
Hmm.
where the validity I think comes
That's where
from.
the power lies, is like not you telling someone else.
Yes.
Like if you've hurt someone, it's like, oh, be a goldfish. Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, first of all,
Inappropriate
for
use
you.
of Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't weaponize be a goldfish. but
Right.
but I could immediately see that being the case. And so that's why I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I that's something that kind of stuck with me the last like year or two.
And that's such a beautiful example of like, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say here. I'm figuring it out as I speak.
Mhm.
But it's like so often I'll see something in media and I'm like, "Ooh, no, I hate that. That's bad. That's like
Mhm.
wrong." And then I'm like, "Well, it's not necessarily wrong, but it does make me uncomfortable and maybe I should like examine why that is." And like maybe it's not that the saying or the confrontation or whatever it is was like bad or problematic. Maybe it just made me uncomfortable. And sometimes
Right.
discomfort is good.
Uh-huh. That's where like
So,
the thinking and the diving in lies, even
yeah.
though a lot of us hate it very much.
Oh, so much. So much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think of that this feels like it might be off topic, but it's kind of like the concept of readers not wanting like imperfect characters or like flawed characters,
Yes.
or like being mad if like a character does or says something that's like not good, even if
Hmm.
it's like a learning experience and like the point is to overcome that. Like, and it
Yeah.
could be something as small as like a character who like won't forgive their best friend for messing up something. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, well, that's imperfect. And it's like, yeah, they have to learn to forgive.
Yes. Yeah.
And
That's the human experience.
the human experience is that we're all flawed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So should our characters be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If there isn't a little bit of internal conflict within a character, it becomes flat.
Exactly.
There's not much of
Yeah.
a story if there isn't a
Yeah.
lot going on the inside as well.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at the internal stakes. I got to figure out those external ones though. That's my Achilles heel.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
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 I love an
What
out of pocket external take steak.
Yes, I gotta get more of those. I gotta figure
Yeah.
out what steaks are. Like
Mhm.
steak. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any romance like genre and or novel like hot takes?
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Yes. But which one do I vocalize is the
Oh,
key.
that is the best question.
Kind of circling back to what you said, I love characters that are out the gate unlikable.
Yes.
I love when you're in the head of someone and you don't relate to them. I love when you're reading someone's this character's experience and their decision making and you're thinking, why the
I
fuck
would
did you
never.
do that? Like
Yeah.
why is that where your brain went? Like why is that the decision you made? You ding
Yeah.
dong.
You ding dong.
I like the excitement and like the of it.
Mhm.
Especially in romance
Yes.
because then the happy ending is that much more satisfying.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think it
Mhm.
works specifically if there is redemption to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, I wrote a book with a neurodivergent lead, and her flavor of neurodiversity is blunt and rude and
Oh
off-putting,
yeah.
very
Mhm.
much with an RBF face. Accidentally puts her foot in her mouth sometimes, just
Love
trying
to
to
see it.
communicate what she's feeling. And I
Yeah.
I was expecting, the feedback to be like, wow, this character is kind of a bitch. Like, and at first I was like, I self-inserted a lot on this character. So thank you.
Oops.
um,
Yeah.
but to people who got into the story regardless, they really enjoyed
Mhm.
how it turned out, but also that she didn't become a completely different person. We just learned
Mhm.
more about her and also why her love interest
Yeah.
still saw value in her,
Yeah.
right? Um I
Yeah.
love a complicated character that makes decisions
Yes.
not everyone would agree with.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I I think you're right. That is exciting, and that's what like I come to books for like different experiences. If I
Yeah.
wanted to have my own brain, I would just sit around in my own brain.
Yeah.
So, I think that's an excellent point. I think that like I gasped when you said like doesn't change by the end of the book, or like her like she doesn't like undo her
Yeah.
personality.
Uh-huh.
And because I think so often a challenge for me is like something I think about a lot, especially in books or like TV shows where there's a romance, is like when the couple gets together, their dynamic will shift. And
Mm.
like if they started off very
Like
like
butting
head to
heads.
head, like
Yeah.
butting heads, that kind of stuff, then they get together and they're just like lovey dovey all the time. And I'm like, no, you got to keep pushing each other because like
Yeah.
that's how you relate to each other.
Yeah.
And so I love stories where you see them change, but the core of them remains the same no
Mhm.
matter what happens. Like their natural state of being or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no the phrase a lot of people use is there's no magic dick, right? You don't just become all your problems aren't solved just because
Yes.
you've had phenomenal sex for the first time in your life. Like,
Right. Like some of your problems are solved, but there will be others.
yeah, exactly. Like, you don't just have a total personality shift when you
Yeah.
meet like the one, which is a
Yes.
concept I have beef with.
Mm-hmm.
But and I would even argue that if that's what you think happens in romantic relationships, that you're not in like a safe, healthy romantic
Yeah.
relationship. Like, you shouldn't
Exactly.
have to change who you are at your
Yeah.
core. And there's nuance here, because if you are truly like just a terrible person, you should do that regardless of romance in your life. But like,
But like most
hopefully,
people aren't.
yeah, like most
Yeah.
people have rough edges, and that's fine.
Yes.
We can smooth out some rough edges, but that doesn't make them a completely different. Like, the black cat doesn't become a golden retriever.
Yes,
The black cat's still a
exactly.
black cat, and that's
Hmm.
okay. And there's still validity in
Yeah.
that, and you can
And
still be
there's,
loved.
yeah.
That.
There's going to be people who relate to the black cat and people who love the black cat and people who are like, not for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I do think like that's all valid. Like there will be characters where I'm like, I hated you all the way through the book. Good book, but like you're
Yeah.
not for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Because not everyone is for everyone. Like some people just
Mhm.
aren't going to click.
And that's the excitement of reading, though. Like,
Yeah.
like
Right.
if you enjoyed every book you read, it wouldn't be thrilling to pick up a
And
new
if
book.
every book was like, oh, I am this character, it'd be like, okay, I'm not learning anything. I'm not experiencing anything different. Like,
Yeah, it's too
where's the
predictable.
spice of life?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You become numb to the storytelling, and it just, yeah,
Exactly. And that's why I think, not to suddenly get out a soapbox and like scream about how much I hate generative AI,
do
but I
it.
do think so many of these like Gen AI CEO tech bros are like, oh, it's gonna be so good. Like, you're just gonna put in the AI and you're gonna put in Marilyn Monroe and you're gonna have a romance with Marilyn Monroe. And I'm like, first of all, that's disgusting. She did not consent to that.
Yeah.
She couldn't, but she didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
secondly, like, that's so boring. If every story were exactly the way I thought it should be, like, eventually I will get bored because I want to see something that surprises me.
Yes.
AI cannot surprise you unless it's just like, oh wow, I'm surprised at how bad it is.
Exactly. It can't go through the creative process. It can only
Yeah.
spit out results and hope for the
Yeah.
best. And that's
It's
where art dies.
it's never going to create something brand new because it's using it's
Regurgitating. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate it so much.
I just had this discussion with my partner before I hopped on. We were venting
Yeah.
about AI, and I'm just like, it's so frustrating because when AI first entered the public conversation years ago,
Mhm.
there was excitement behind it because the
Yeah.
conversation started talking about detecting breast cancer in the earliest stages and
Mhm.
like the value of like this technology being used for good. And
Yeah.
then tech bros were like, what if we
Oh
just used it for porn?
my
and
god.
then,
Like, please
and,
don't.
and then more bros were like, what if we just used it to replace people at their jobs? What if we just like got rid of the artist and
Mhm.
had chat do a worse job, but we also don't have to pay them, so it's worth it. Like,
It's just we're
it's
paying
so
in our
frustrating.
planet.
Yeah, like, and yeah, it's just it's exhausting. It's a tale as old as
Mhm.
time. Like, you get this like opportunity, and all it takes is a few really shitty people to be like, no,
And
like,
they have so much money,
so
and
much
so they have so
stupid money.
much power.
Yeah. And so they
Oh,
don't face a consequence. And
yeah.
like, when people do push back, their argument is, "Oh, well, it's going to be here where you like it or not. So hop on board or be left behind." And it's like, I will be
Reese
left behind.
Witherspoon, I have some words for you.
Literally. And it's like, sure, just say you made a bad investment.
Right.
Also,
You've
you're
still
going to
got
be
so much
fine.
money.
You're going to be fine. Like, you're not one bad investment away from like complete devastation.
No, you're actually so rich, it's disgusting.
You're
Give me some
greedy
of that.
and you don't care about like humanity as a whole. So I don't care if you think we're going to get left behind, because the reality is we want to eat you. So I just don't.
Yeah, like I'd rather be left behind with the creatives than like ahead with all the tech bros. Like, I'm
Yes.
sorry, that's just more fun for
God.
me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get my Allbirds and my like polo. I just don't.
Me and my Cybertruck, like, I'm winning the race. Girl, you're gonna fall off a cliff. Be so for real.
Yeah, I will throw my garbage at you.
Exactly. I'm so glad that we had this conversation because I love nothing more than to be like, AI sucks.
Oh, it's awful. It's just so weaponized, and I'm sick of it.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
stop. Every thread, not threads, Instagram just got this new instance feature. I'm like, no one asked. No one
No one
wanted.
asks for any of this. We just want, like, no
All,
algorithms.
all it took was one guy at Meta to be like, what if we did this? And they were like, perfect. No notes. And now
No,
we
no.
have this fuck ass feature that will
Yeah.
surely make the experience worse on the app.
Yeah. There's never any notes when there should be notes.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
like pushback. And there
It's
should
so
be. We
stupid.
need to push back a lot more
Yeah.
loudly and aggressively.
I would like to push them
Yep.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moving on. What is a good and or a hard moment that you have experienced in publishing that you would like to share? You can do both or either.
A hard moment in publishing. Um my funny answer is that my father-in-law has read my romance books, which haunts me to this day. So I hate living with that reality, but that is my
My
reality,
condolences.
and that's really hard.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, and I never bring it up. He will, in like a
Oh,
supportive, fatherly way, and I die on the inside because I'm like, you read my shit.
you know too much.
Like, I hate that you did this to our relationship, my guy.
I
But it's like,
That's so
well,
funny.
it's so good intention. Like,
Obviously.
he just wants to
Yeah.
be supportive, and I appreciate that.
It's like really sweet, but also like, don't.
Like, never again.
Right?
Like, have you learned? Okay.
Yeah, you no longer have access to my publishing schedule.
I will create a new pen name over this.
Right?
Let's see, a more serious answer. I think one of the biggest hurdles I had to go through regarding like the publishing of it all was finding a good team, including beta readers, editors,
Mhm.
proofreader,
Right.
arc readers. That
Yeah.
is really hard to do as an indie because
Yeah.
we have to go find those people, and it involves a lot of trudging through the masses. It's hard. Like some editors are really really good at what they do, and they love carving up a manuscript
Uh-huh.
and giving you constructive feedback, and other editors are just like
It's perfect.
yeah, I'll get my manuscript back and I'm going pages without a single note or
Oh yeah.
like correction, and I'm like, I know I'm not that good of a writer.
Like this feels not correct.
Yeah, and then when I go through, I'm finding stuff that like I paid them to find.
Yep.
So that was a process that took a while,
Yeah, I bet.
but was worth figuring out because now I have a much more reliable team and I can count on them to,
Yes.
not be afraid to critique my work and point
Right.
out when I write something that just doesn't make sense or when I try to do something that is not landing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good like critique is worth their weight in gold.
Yes.
Like my books have become so much better because I've had friends be like, "Hey, this like storyline is a little like queer problematic, and I don't think your lesbian 15-year-old who's been like out since she was 12 would do it." And I was like, "Fair enough."
You're like, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
get you're so close to the manuscript. You have
Yeah.
blind spots.
100%.
No matter how good you are, you will always have blind spots, and you need
Yeah.
someone to be able to point them out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great point for me to keep in mind, like, as I'm just
Mhm.
beginning my career, to be like,
Yeah.
one, like, it makes, like, I'm struggling right now. I'm like, I keep telling people about the arcs and nobody's signing up, and it's da, 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 da. And it's like, well, it is your first book. They don't know. And also, like, it is hard. Like,
Mhm.
it takes a lot of time. And so that's sort of a relief to hear that, like, it's not just me.
No, not at all. With my debut, I had 15 arc readers.
Okay. Yeah.
5 of them posted reviews.
Right.
Like you
Yeah.
gotta just start somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I guarantee you'll have more than that. um, but yeah, it it's a process, and
Yeah.
it's worth sticking out, I think.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an excellent piece of advice and, like,
Mhm.
just piece of wisdom to share. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have dessert now, which is the subheading for this in my outline is a treat, because that's what dessert is.
For sure.
Um, I don't know if you like go down do a lot of research.
Mhm.
So it's like, what is a research or just like a bookish rabbit hole that you've been down lately?
Um, yes. So I am currently working on a book titled Forgiven by a Farmer.
Okay.
It's the finale for my workplace romance series, and the
Nice.
whole company's thing is creating solar powered self operating equipment for agriculture.
Perfect. Okay.
And so this woman who works at this tech company is sent to this farm to like test and launch these new features, this new technology.
Mhm.
Um, so I then had to learn, I'm Googling, what do people farm in Northern California? And the answers are like strawberries, almonds, and marijuana.
Oh,
So, I
perfect.
mean, there's more to it, but those were the ones that felt less
Yeah.
daunting to research.
Right.
Um, so the amount of time, like I know, like did you know, like when they farm almonds, they literally just shake the trees to get the almonds to fall down? I didn't know that, but now
That
I
is
do, and
so
it's my favorite
funny.
fun fact.
It's like you're like, "Oh yeah, what is this like complex like
Yeah, yeah.
system?" And they're like, "Shake, shake, shake, shake,
Shake.
shake."
I'm sitting there thinking there's people up in the trees plucking each almond for ripeness. No, they literally just take this thing and they're like, "Ugh."
And the almonds come down.
Yeah, and then they vacuum them up.
Oh my
And then
god,
they
that's
take them to a
amazing.
facility to like pick all the debris and stuff out and shit. And I'm like, this is so wow. Like a
Sometimes
man
the
designed
simplest
this
solution really
process.
is the best.
Yes. Yeah. So agricultural ins and outs of like strawberry and almond farming has been my most recent publishing
Yeah.
rabbit hole for very
I
specific
love that.
reasons.
No, I love that so much. My research is pretty much consists of, let's Google Maps this and
Yeah.
like walk a path. And because I'm just like, I don't want to research. I want to see where they are and I'll walk it via
Yeah.
the internet.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah. From
yeah.
the
But
safety
I
of like
love, yeah.
your home.
Yeah. No, I love the almond shaking of it all.
Yeah, crazy. Who knew? A lot of people
Not
probably did.
me.
I didn't.
A lot of farmers are like, girls, like, come on. This is a serious career. And I'm like, no, it's so serious. And it's also so funny.
It's so funny. And oh god.
Um, one of my friends she writes sentient object erotica, which
Yes.
is so much better than I thought it would be, because I was like,
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna read your book because I love you. And then I read the book and I was like, no, I love the book. And one of them I just read, it's her name is Anara Lane, and she just wrote or I just read the one, it's called Plowing the Plow, about a sentient hand
hell
plow.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
there was a note at the end that was like, listen, I know that like all the farming like terminology and stuff, it's not quite right, but this is a pretty fantastical world, so just like let it slide. And I was like, girl, I was like, I opened the book and I was like, I'm not gonna think this is sexy at all because it's a plow.
And yet,
I was
here we
wrong.
are.
The plow fucks. Like, it was good. I love
Yeah.
that.
Women are so good at romanticizing the hell out of anything.
Yes. I mean, we've been doing it about men for like centuries. We might as well move on to farm
Yeah,
equipment.
we're expanding.
We're expanding.
Men have been very disappointing recently, so yeah, plows it
Exactly.
is.
Plus
There's
it is.
I have a friend who also writes inanimate object romance, and she wrote one about a Furby. 10 out of
Herbie?
10.
The car?
Furby.
Oh,
Furby. Like the little, like,
the creepy guys.
I think, you know those balloon guys at like car. She also wrote one about that.
Perfect.
I'm like, you're doing
I
the Lord's work.
I love the brains of
Yeah.
authors who can come up with these like
Yeah.
eroticas because I'm like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's not how my brain works, but oh my
Yeah.
god, is it good?
I'm always in so much awe when I read her stuff. Her name's
Yes.
Nicole Parker. You should look her up.
Okay.
But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I just and I talk with her about it. She's like, yeah, I literally just like wander around my house looking for stuff. She's like, is this spatula? Yeah, I can work with that. I'm
Right.
like,
It's like, yeah, yeah, I
I'm
can
like,
see
your
where that could
brain.
be sexy.
I'm like, your brain is fascinating to me. I love
So,
every detail about your
yes,
process.
it's how I feel about people who are like, yeah, I sat down to write a book and I just wrote like the David Bod trilogy right off the bat. And I'm like, okay, I say Chakraborty. This was a very specific call out. But like one time I was at an event and she was like, yeah, City of Brass was my first book. And I was like, that is a very complex fantasy world that
Yeah,
you
pulled out of
just,
your ass.
what brain? What? How? Why?
That's so impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Insanity. Um, do you have a happiest memory from along your publishing journey?
um, happiest memory. I went to an out of state convention um two a year and a half ago ish, and it was my husband came as my assistant,
Nice.
and he's wonderful. He's so supportive of this whole journey I've started.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he took time off his day job, which straight up funds our entire lifestyle,
Right.
um, to be my assistant as a romance author, I
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to. Not that he ever gave me reason to feel this way, but I wanted to
Yeah.
prove that what I was doing wasn't
Mm-hmm.
a wash. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
wasteful. But it was a very big event. There
Yeah.
were like 150 authors in attendance,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was very fresh. And I
Mm-hmm.
was so nervous that I would just be at my table, not.
Yeah.
Um, but several people on the first day came up to
Mm-hmm.
me knowing who I was, even though my following was very, very small.
Yeah.
And I also had people the first time someone came up to my table already holding a book of mine in their hands for me to
Oh my
sign,
god,
that
yes.
was a big one.
Yeah.
And I love that I got to share that moment like with my partner right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
not that he ever has said or done anything to make me feel like I need to prove
Yeah.
this to him, but I I don't know. It was a fun. I
Yeah.
love that I got to like kind of geek out about that with him after. Like
No, I think that's I love that. I love that he like took off the time to be your assistant at the event. Like that's 10
yeah,
out of 10.
yeah. It's a
Least
very
disappointing. Like
it's a very privileged opportunity. Like not everyone can do that, and the fact that he could and
yeah,
wanted to
exactly.
really spoke volumes to me.
Yeah.
Um,
And the fact that like you got to see people who have already connected with your work and like then to like share that with like your person to be like
yeah,
sharing that joy, like I think that's really special.
yeah. It
Um
was. It sticks with me a lot. That
yeah.
really helped me be like, okay, I got this. Like I can do
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to two cons and or festivals this year and I'm like I'll have one book out. Like, I'm not
Awesome.
going expecting anyone to be in my signing line, but they have panels, and so I'm just gonna like be on a panel.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's the best way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
really, really excited for them. I did just buy my hotel tickets for one in California, and I was like,
Oh, which one in California?
Fall into Books Fest.
Oh, fun. I That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
enjoy
I'm
it.
really excited.
Hmm.
I'm really excited. But yeah, the hotel, I was like, good Lord, Orange County, California. Be
Yeah.
cheaper.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we are winding down our brunch. We're having a toast now. Ching. Or I just said that in Italian. Cheers. Um, so I would love to know, what is a not publishing related soapbox that you would like to get on? Like, you're like, people need to know, and it's very important that they agree with me.
um, not publishing related.
It could be publishing related, but also like you can expand beyond the confines.
Hmm. I think, and this is almost a cop out answer, but I think it needs to be shouted until it really sticks. Um, I love that people who identify as like cis straight men are watching these book to film adaptations.
Hmm.
I love that these romance stories, like with a capital R romance, where the romance is the
Yeah.
entirety of the plot, is getting the attention that it deserves. I
Yeah.
think if men were willing to put that same energy into actually reading these books, it would domino effect a lot of positive societal change.
Hmm.
Um, and maybe that's asking a lot. Uh, but I think it's
Yeah.
possible. And
Yeah.
there are men love reading,
Right.
and for some
Yeah.
reason everyone's skittish to pick up a romance book, especially because
Yeah.
like none of them have naked man chests on them anymore. You know, like all the some
Yeah.
obviously do, and I freaking love it whenever
Right.
I see that. But
Yeah.
you know, the stereotype, they're not as
Hmm.
stigmatized as they used to be,
Hmm.
and I feel like men are capable of realizing that, and
Hmm.
it takes no effort to download
Yeah.
or just pick up a book.
Yeah.
Um,
Based on the couple of men that I know that write hetero, like male female romance,
mhm,
mostly I know them in the YA space. I think
mhm,
most of the men writing romance that I know in adult are writing MM.
mhm.
But based on them and like the fact that they can write good romances, I'm like,
Yes.
men would like this stuff.
Yeah. No,
Like
I agree.
it's it's good for everyone. It's good
Yes.
for the whole family. Maybe not the children, for the adult stuff.
It's good for the adults.
Yes, it's good for the adults in the family.
Yes. I think there's a lot of safety that can be felt in the romance genre as a whole.
Yeah.
MM, MF, FF, all of it.
Yeah.
It's a really safe space to just kind of unclench. And I feel like a lot
Yes.
of problems in our world would be solved
Hmm.
if men just unclenched and relaxed and stopped being the worst.
That is iconic of you to say. That was beautifully phrased. I loved it.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Do you have any exciting news or updates that you would like to share that like your readers might get hyped for?
Um, I just did a cover reveal for the
Heck yeah.
final book in my contemporary workplace romance series.
Yes. Amazing.
I have a lot going on behind the scenes that I can't
Hmm.
share,
Okay,
but
perfect.
I am excited to. I don't know. It's going to be a big year, and
Okay.
when I can yap about it, I
Nice.
will. But
And where should readers go to find you to get all that yapping as soon as it drops?
Instagram's the best. I'm
Okay.
on there every freaking day
Every day.
because I hate
Me too.
myself. But
All day.
yeah,
Just me and Instagram.
just me and the gram.
Ooh,
Yeah.
besties.
I also have a newsletter you can sign up for,
Oh.
but I am not good at. We get quarterly updates from that. So
Okay. Hey, that's consistency is key. It doesn't matter
yeah, and
the
at least it's
cadence.
not spam.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I had so much fun chatting with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Yeah. Amazing. And that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Andrea. I know I did. Go ahead and follow her on Instagram at Andrea Andersen Author. That's Anderson with an E before the N. I will have a link to her Instagram in the description. But go ahead and follow her. Get excited for what she's got coming up over the next couple of months. It's going to be an exciting year for her, and that's amazing. And um yeah, order her books, support her. I think she's really exciting. If you want to support me, there are several ways you can do that. Nat and Cami, you can add the book on Goodreads or Storygraph. You can request an arc, or you can go ahead and pre-order if you're just like willing to take a risk on it. And that's all I've got for y'all today. Bye.